I'm James O'Brien, and this is active release to the hamstrings using a lacrosse ball. So some people have done this exercise with a tennis ball, but really you want a lacrosse ball. Lacrosse balls are nice and dense, and they work really well. So you want to start by sitting on something up a little bit higher so your feet don't touch the floor. You can do this in the chair, but it's a little bit better if you're up on something higher. A counter can work well, or if you happen to have a physical therapy table lying around your house. And it should be kind of firm so that the ball doesn't sink in. This doesn't really work great on a bed because the lacrosse ball will just push right down into the bed. So to begin, you'll put the lacrosse ball under the back of your thigh here. You're going to look around for some tender points. So you have to roll around a little bit. A common place is right under the cleft of the cheek or just really central here in the muscle belly. But you want to look around and find a spot that's a little bit more tender. All right, it can help if you lean forward slightly. It puts a little bit more pressure through the ball. It puts a little bit more stretch on the hamstrings. When you lean forward, however, you want to make sure that you're bending forward through the hip and not through the low back. That's real important. We always want to keep that nice straight spine. That must win. So right now I'm on a tender spot. I'm sitting up nice and tall. Even though I'm leaning forward slightly, I'm still up nice and tall. From here, I'm going to straighten my leg out. I'm going to feel the pain. This definitely is not comfortable, but this is a great way to help free up those hamstrings. You want to hold it 1, 2, 3, and then down. 1, 2, 3, and down about 15 to 20 times. The big error with this is when people round their back. Okay? So as I stretched my hamstring there, it won and it tipped my pelvis backwards excessively, so I flexed my back. We don't want to do that. We always want the spine to win, so we want to be up nice and tall. All right, maybe slightly bent forward at the hip to give it a little bit more of a stretch. Then straighten it out. 1, 2, 3, and down. You can look for several spots in your hamstring to try and free up. Usually I do about like 2 to 3 places on each side. That is the active release using a lacrosse ball to the hamstrings.